I am exhausted.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I've got my brother celebrating in my room as well. So he's having a very fun time. Oh, okay. So,
Right, well, I mean, talk us through it. Like, first of all, Cookie, quali, very, very close, wasn't it?
yeah, I've missed out on pole like around that type of margin before in season one, the last race there.
Mm.
Um, it was only like what 3,000 then, but well, it was only a couple hundred, so I wasn't too fussed, especially because that was only my first lap, so very happy.
Yeah,
Good
and
P2 on the grid,
yeah,
very
it's
nice.
still front row. Um, there's not a whole lot to say about your race except for the fact you got the move done in the first corner, and then no one saw you the whole race.
Yeah, I think the first corner move was key, 100%, because if I was stuck behind Sim guy, it would have ended well, I think. It's just like,
Was that the plan going into the race?
yeah, I was looking at everyone's tyres and I was thinking, like, what should I do? I looked at the race director to see, like, who's swapping tyres when. So I was all looking, going, like, okay, I don't know when, I don't know what tyres people are going to go on. They're going to switch last second at all. If I saw some guy on hards, I was going to go for it. And I'm glad it worked. First
Yeah,
corner was just perfect. Didn't have a great start, and then I was able to just capitalise really.
and I mean, you're quite far in front. You know, at any point were you nervous of like bottling it? Because I know you still had like 6 seconds at the end of the race, but at the same time, was it still nerve wracking?
I think the nerves like died down before like towards the end of the race, which was a bit odd for me, but I think it was just mid race because as soon as I saw Sim guy like he ban, it was me being around 12, 13 seconds ahead in around the mid stages, and that was absolutely terrifying. So I've never really had a gap like that. So I'm all like, especially because that was when I just about to pit, and then I see the next person who is really out to me was Rick, and he was around 13 seconds down, and I was just panicking like, oh my god, I'm not, don't throw it away.
Now, there is one thing I've been asked to ask you and Bluebird about as together. So whilst you're both here, can I ask you about Steve the dog?
Okay, okay, go
That
ahead.
that's all I've been asked to do. Just ask
That's
about
all you've
Steve the
been
dog.
on. Has Jimmy said that by any chance?
I got it from R. Henson and Jimmy.
Oh, he doesn't exist.
He
Yeah, I
doesn't
suspected that
exist.
one. Not actually called Steve. That's why.
Uh,
Sorry to disappoint you lot.
oh,
Yeah,
why Steve had a pizza on his head?
I don't know. They're all just. I had to ask those two. I know. I know. It's realistically just towards me. This one. I don't know. I don't. They Photoshop some very weird stuff. All right.
Oh, it's Photoshop, right? Okay, that makes a lot more
A kind
sense.
of Photoshop. Yeah. They just play around with all these pictures. Like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. But I mean, yeah. Just trying to go back to the race. That was the first race I've ever done with no traction.
No traction.
That was no traction at all. I was on medium last race in Bahrain. The first race in Australia, I was on full. So it's yeah, it feels very weird that that was like only my second win and it's on no traction. Like it's just like the evolution for the first race already. Just yeah, it feels a bit crazy. I think the only other thing I want to comment on was like the VSC. That didn't help me actually because like I was ahead, and of course he had a basically a free stop at that point.
I
Perfect time for
mean,
it to box.
I was. I was so confident that that was going to be a full safety car because it was on the
Yeah,
racing line. So why it was a VSC, but I'm guessing you were still glad that it was a VSC because you know if it had been a full blown safety car, then you've got a car right on the back of you, haven't you?
but that would have been like worst case scenario. Like I know like
Hmm.
now had 6 seconds of penalties, but that didn't really matter if I was going to be on much less pressure tyres and slow ones at that.
Hmm. I mean, sort of. Is there anything else? I mean, it was such a quiet race for you, wasn't it? Other than the fact that you know, your first race win was a little bit more difficult, but I think are you glad to have a bit of a quiet race win as well for your second?
I mean, even the first race I won was actually quite quiet. I think this one was actually harder just because like it's just all the pressure of like I had no traction at all, and it was my first race trying to do it. It would like especially once getting up the sim guy spot, I just had those constant nerves like, oh my god, I'm gonna be leading by this much. What am I gonna do?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think just in the end, I just basically had a near perfect race. I mean, I don't think I could have changed about it. The only thing I really had was just like a few snaps of oversteer. Realistically, that's the only mistake I could really. It's
Hmm.
I had no warnings either. I just, no, I just,
Drove.
yeah, I just drove and just it was more quiet, but it was more difficult.
Hmm. No, no, that weirdly makes sense because it's less of a side by side battle and just a sort of battle with yourself in the car.
Yeah.
So, with that, 3 word race roundup.
Um, stress, kind of relief again, and difficult.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you
Uh,
very much.
I'm pretty sure it was J Horse saying Mr. Cookie title fight inbound. Have
Um,
we got a title fight in our hands?
I would like to be there, but I don't. I don't know if this could continue. I mean, I'd love to, but yeah, I would. I definitely would love to be in there if I can. Yeah, I'm just exhausted though. I'm absolutely exhausted because like I'm gripping the controller so hard as well. Like my
Hmm.
fingers feel like they're dead. Like I'm so like I don't want to press the trigger too much. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And just I'm so confused. I'm just glad the 31 laps are over.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
enjoy the win.
someone else
It's
now.
all over
I'm
now.
out of it.
The race is all over. You can go back to putting pizzas on pretend dogs' heads.
That's just
And
thanks. It's never
apparently,
even happened as well, but thanks.
yeah, apparently you haven't gone to school, but Bluebird has. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can vouch. We're not going to talk about that.
Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, let's do a P2 life bout.
Hello.
How did it go?
Very sweaty. Um, lap one, I guess quali. Should start with quali, yeah. I got a good first lap, but then I pinned my second lap and also my third lap, so yeah, it didn't go well. But I got P3, and yeah, in the race I did the same as Cookie. I was just looking at race director to see everyone's tires. I wanted to start on mediums, but I saw everyone on hard, so I also copied them. So. And yeah, lap one, I think I had a very big moment, lost 2 positions, and that cost me a lot of time. So not ideal for me. And I had to overtake, I think, who was it? Rick and someone else, I forgot.
You've passed. I remember right at the very start, you were just behind Rick and Aero Blake.
Yeah, I had to pass Arrow. Yeah, that's right. And then, yeah, I stayed out till like lap 18, I think. And then the VSC, I was very happy. But I thought it was going to be full safety car, but yeah, VSC is also good. And then I think I came out side by side with Rick. I had to stay out a lap behind him, and then overtook him and just yeah, pushed as hard as possible to catch Cookie, but yeah, he was quick.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that sort of fight with, I guess, a fight for time. Annoyingly, obviously, you picked up that penalty. Do you think, sort of mindset-wise, it could have been different without the penalty?
Well, not really. I think I had 5 warnings before the last lap.
Five. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So when I got my 6 seconds, yeah, it was over basically.
Hmm.
I still had hope with the 3 second, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for you as well, it was also quite a sort of quiet race. I think it was for a lot of people, but if we could have your 3-word race roundup.
Um, very, very sweaty.
So stressful for you as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's all over. Congratulations, P2, very very solid for standings. So go ahead and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's turn to P3 with one of the most chaotic final corners ever. Bluebirds snatched it at the last second, didn't you?
I didn't think I was going to get it, to be honest.
No.
I mean, I would have been pleased with P4. I mean, I started P4, got taken out of the formation lap, got taken out on lap 1, nearly got taken out again on lap 2.
Mm.
I think I was 18th at the end of lap 1.
Yeah.
And fought my way back up to 4th. I was catching Rick for, probably about 10 laps. I think at one point I was 15 seconds behind him, managed to get up on his tail, and every time I was getting close, there's a lap car, so we got DRS.
Mm. Yeah, I noticed that.
Never mind, chance is gone. But then he had a snap coming out of the last chicane.
You just went for it.
Just went for it.
And then obviously I saw in the chat as well he had problems with fuel as well. But I mean,
yeah, I had that over the radio. I just thought he was lying. It normally is.
I mean, obviously that's completely unexpected for you. I can't even ask you that question.
Yeah.
You obviously had absolutely no idea that was going to happen, surely.
No, not at all. I thought maybe I'd have 1 or 2 chances, but every chance that I thought I was going to have, a lap car would just appear out of nowhere and he got DRS. And it was just so annoying. I got so close and just couldn't make the move.
Yeah. I guess almost, does it feel, I kind of to be annoying, but does it feel a little bit undeserved because of the circumstances, or are you still very much 100%, it's my podium, no way about it?
No, it's mine. I went from 18th to 4th, so I don't see why 3rd was too much of a stretch. I took it 15 seconds out of Rick. I mean, sure, okay, fair enough. The last corner was a bit fortunate, but I think I deserved to at least have a chance at a podium.
Fair enough. I like the honesty.
Yeah, I mean, it was lucky in the last corner, but I went from 18th up to 4th again, and then took 15 seconds out of him.
Yeah, well, after all of that effort, it's nice to have a bit of luck on your side as well.
Oh yeah, you can't all do it by yourself. You need a bit of luck on your side. Because I didn't really have any first couple of laps. So
yeah, that's racing.
it equaled itself out.
Well, just one other thing I'd like to add from what I saw in the YouTube comments in the stream is you two sound identical and it's terrifying. Like, you two are the same person in voice, and it's scaring me slightly, I must admit.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, well, I hate the day when you're P1 and P2, because
Next time we do that, we'll swap controllers so you think we're talking to the other person.
Yeah, that's exactly that was what was worse. They said, just make sure they haven't swapped mics around, and I'm like, it can't be that bad.
You up for it? Good do. We're going to swap mics. Good do. We'll confuse you next time.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, we will.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Good luck.
Either way, 3-word race roundup.
I can't say that. I got karma.
Fair enough.
I was going to say something else, but we're not going to call it that.
You just say you did a Fernando Alonso. Karma.
Exactly. Our plan worked. There you go. That's three-way roundup. A three-way roundup.
All right. Well, congratulations to all three of you on your podium positions and your win, Mr. Cookie. And I'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye. Alrighty, well, thank you all very much for joining me in the Castatistics. Sorry about the 3 different streams. My PlayStation just likes to crash sometimes. I don't know. I wish I did. Either way, see you later.